Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're all doing good. Now, before we get started, go ahead and grab a snack or a drink or whatever because you are in for something that is absolutely wild. So, last night I was on Twitter at like 2 a.m., literally about to go to sleep, and I stumbled across this tweet. And honestly, after reading these and listening to this, I was wide awake. I didn't end up falling asleep until about 4 a.m. So, some context before we get into the evidence, if you will. This guy was apparently on Bumble and he came across this girl's profile and was just so in love with her that even after they didn't match, he found her on Facebook and started to DM her from there. So, let's just go ahead and take a look and see what he was saying. So, he starts off by going, Kelsey, K, shit. Mayhaps that was a tad overly enthusiastic for a stranger danger message on a sunny Friday morning. My bad. Let's go with, can I explain? Fuck yeah, that works. And then Kelsey responds, sorry, do I know you? So, already, the cringe meter is through the charts with him saying mayhaps and tads. This is before the fact that you take into account that this girl has absolutely no idea who this guy is and just receives this. And she responded how I think we all would respond if we just don't choose to end up blocking the guy right away. Then he says, oh, hey, no, we don't know each other. Sincere apologies for the subterfuge. If you give me the tiniest bit of room, I'd be happy to explain. I reckon that said explanation will bring laughs and smiles. P.S. Not trying to rope you into a pyramid scheme to sell fancy Tupperware. Yet. And then she says, explain away. Oh God. I just spent 60 minutes singing to seniors with a mask on in a hot room. I'm not sure if I'm funny right now. That took a lot of energy. Okay, fuck it. I can do this. So this girl gave him an inch to reply, and this guy didn't even take a mile. Hell no, he decided to go on and take a whole ass light year. Like, this guy is creeping me out already, man. And I just love the fact that he thinks after he explains that he didn't match with her and search for her on Facebook, that they would just both laugh about it at the end of the day. I just love that he talks to himself through text. That's honestly something I've never seen before. But also maybe I'm too young and he happens to be like 40. But what the fuck does work call mean? After he sent these messages, he decided to send some voice memos. And I just want to go ahead and give a cringe warning because these are pretty terrible. It also doesn't help that he kind of sounds like Joe as well. So let's go ahead and listen to what he has to say.
Hey, Kelsey, how's it going? Don't mind me, I fucking hate texting. I think we're all better without it, so I usually use one of these when I can. Also, I don't know if you've ever seen that Key and Peele skit, but that's how I feel about texting. I could go on. Anyway, I just want you to know right off the bat, I fully accept how fucking weird this is. I'm sorry, but like I said, I think if you give me a second, you'll probably end up laughing, and not that you need my permission, but feel free to just laugh directly at me for being a fucking idiot.
So one thing that is just so funny about this guy is that he has self-awareness, but at the same time he doesn't. Like, he accepts how weird and crazy this is, but yet he's doing it. He also says something like, you are free to laugh at me, and brother, don't worry, we are definitely gonna laugh at you.
For I am surely about to embarrass myself right now. I would also make the argument that embarrassing myself on a microphone is a large part of my job, and I'm quite good at it. So, here goes nothing. And sorry for the delay. I was going to get back to you, but someone called about a gig tomorrow, and I'm trying to help them find a musician. Also, I'm not sure if I'm fucking funny anymore. I just spent 60 minutes, like I said, playing guitar and singing to a room full of senior citizens, but the room was stuffy and hot. I had to do it with a surgical mask on, and I'm not sure if I have any funny or social energy left, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and fake it right now. So thank you for your understanding and patience, and here goes nothing. I'm a fucking idiot. Enjoy.
So he's apparently a singer, and I love the fact that he mentions that he's tired, but he's going to do this anyways. Like, he's in some sort of time constraint through texting. Like, one of the great things about texting is that you don't have to respond right away, dude. You could have went home, got some rest, and then do that. Or maybe use that extra time to look in the mirror and reflect on your actions and tell yourself how much of a creep you are.
So, I was minding my own business last week on Ye Old Bumble, everyone's favorite online dating app. Punch me in the fucking face. Don't get me started on online dating. And I came across your bio, and I let out a very emasculine noise. I mean, it was not... Is that a word? I don't know. It's kind of damn heaven, buddy. But it was not. I was like, this chick's made up. My first thought was that my mom paid you to write that bio just to make my day better, and I was curious just to, like, ask you how much. But the more I read, I was like, holy fuck, this person's mind kind of weird. And I just figured I'd say howdy, and that if I talked to myself like an asshole for a couple of minutes, you'd probably feel the same as me. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know the depths of your soul from a couple cursory sentences and some photos, but I am a very good judge of character. I'm a keen study of, like, personality and psychology, and I've been...
I just love the fact that he mentions his mom here already, and that after he read her bio, he let out an immaculate noise. And if I had to guess what that noise was, it would probably have been that "It's Wednesday, my dudes" Vine. I don't know if y'all remember that, where he goes like, "It's Wednesday, my dudes," and then just moans crazily. That's the noise I'm thinking of. But then he says something that he's just a good judge of character, which is yet another dose of irony added to this whole entire situation.
in the trenches of online dating for a couple of years, so I definitely know how to identify the kind of person I'm like, if nothing else, the world would be better if we were friends. So hear me out. First of all, I never fucking see that shrug emoji. No one else uses it. It's typed into my phone. If I type shrug with 2 G's, it just shows up. Same thing on my laptop. Like, I'll use it in work emails. Fuck it. So right away, I'm like, interesting. I don't get it, though. She's cute. For how pretty she is, she should be boring. Why does she seem kind of strange in a good way?
So now he's saying that because she's so gorgeous that it's just shocking that she has a personality and can be quirky. Dude, every person has a personality, and I hate to say it, but a lot of times looks don't really match personality. And I also think it's crazy that he mentions that he's been on dating sites for years and knows how they work like it's some sort of flex. Bro, literally pretty much admitted to being lonely outside of his actions right here.
I think you said something about live music. My job is actually live music. I play guitar and sing. I do about 25 shows a month. I know it sounds made up. I feel like I invented the job. It's redonkulous, but I live very comfortably. Life is good. I do play at a lot of retirement homes, and it's great for my self-esteem, Kels, as I am a big hit with women over 80. I had my ass grabbed by someone named Ethel last week, and for a second I was pissed and a little put upon, and I was like, honestly, I've been working on that, so thank you. I'll take it. But yes, it's just... Oh yeah, and just the night before, I'd been talking to one of my best friends in the world, Roxy. Just people that, like, match you and they just write, hey. So if someone writes, hey, I just write hi. And if someone writes, sup, I go, nothing much, you. And, like, people that match me and clearly haven't read my fucking bio, folks will match and be like, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, come on, Chelsea. Like, yeah, you're kind of cute, but I'm pretty damn sweet. Try harder. I don't know. It's just to see someone mention that in a bio, I'm like, thank you. I can see that you feel the same as me. Yeah, if people, I always think that effort should match interest in dating. So if you're curious if someone's interested or not, remember that scene with Justin Long and What's-Her-Face in that movie about dating? Is it he's just not that into you? And he's like, if the guy's interested, he will call. And it's true. So I found a line a couple years ago and it's like, effort will always match interest. It will show you how interested someone is. And like, I'm pretty goddamn sweet, and I am not that lonely, bored, or horny. I'm not going to take breadcrumbs from someone if I want a sandwich. So if someone hits me with a hey or hi, you can go fuck yourself. I am worth more. Damn it. This is where the Kelly Clarkson song comes in. Yeah, no, your bio is just, there was so much intentional effort put in. And honestly, the more I scroll down in the pics, I'm like, this does not match up. I don't want to sound like an asshole. Like, attractive people can also be interesting and funny, but it's just incredibly rare. I speak for myself because I'd like to consider myself one of those.
So here he is pretty much just having a conversation with himself at this point. He talked about like 3 different things, which is just crazy because all she said was explain away, and he decided to go and do this. And before we move on, if I heard someone say redonkulous unironically like that, they're getting watch listed or put on some kind of list in my city. Before we get into this next one, I guess that he can see if she listened to his voice memos, and that's what the message under the last voice message is for. And also, a 5-minute voice message is criminal in any circumstance. And to be honest, I didn't even know that was allowed, to be honest. So, yeah.
For the love of fuck. I was like 2 minutes into one, and it was awesome and funny, and I was so proud of it. And then someone called me again about a gig this evening, and it's like, you know that thing where your friends know you're busy or you're on a date or something, and then that's when they decide to call? Jesus Christ. We'll take it as a good sign. So I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but yeah, no, your bio was just the fucking bee's knees. I mean, listen, top 3 in like the hundreds or thousands I've seen. It was just, I don't know. I'm a very good judge of character, and you just seem like my kind of person. And I'm not saying we're star-crossed lovers. I don't know you, and you don't know me. But generally, the bios hurt my brain and make me think that maybe I should just try the other sex or not talk to people anymore. And yeah, it was ridiculous. I honestly wouldn't even swipe on someone that lived in Brantford, but I meant what I said. Like, I think the world would be a better place if you and I were friends, if nothing else.
The bee's knees. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? He got me feeling uncomfortable now. And I just love that he's doing all of this talking and she has yet to say something to him. He's having this conversation and then just filling in the blanks with what he thinks she's saying, which is just insane to me.
So I fully accept how strange and unconventional this is. I got a vibe and I figured I got to go with it. I was like in a really good mood that day. I don't know. I'm totally winging it. But yeah, a lot of my close friends are women, and everyone unfortunately has a couple stories of having to block someone's number, or an ex just won't leave them alone, or going to the cops. Fuck, dude, I've had to block a few numbers of crazy people that didn't know they were crazy. So I really, really apologize sincerely if this in any way like triggered that, or it was weird or whatever. Kelsey, that's the furthest thing from my intention. I just wanted to say howdy, and I figured if I talk like an idiot, you'd probably feel like I did after I looked at your bio. So yeah, I'm trying to put myself in your shoes now. What would I want to know if I was Kelsey? Oh, okay. It's not fair. You've seen mine, or sorry, I've seen yours and you have not seen mine. If you want, I will screenshot my Bumble bio. I'm quite proud of it. I think it's pretty fucking good. It represents me well. And what else would I want to know if I was you? Gee, I'm like 6 feet tall, pretty damn handsome. I'd give me like a 7. No, like a 7.5 out of 10 looks wise. I mean, to my knowledge, no one has dated me for my abs or my hair. I'm guessing it's because I'm funny and honest and clearly very humble and go to therapy and emotionally intelligent.
First off, dude, I don't believe that you have other friends. I'm sorry, I don't. If you did, you wouldn't be talking to yourself like this. And maybe if they saw you doing some crazy shit like this, then maybe they would try to stop you or something, because this is insane. And then he talks about his looks, which we'll get into later. But brother, if you're a 7, that makes me and a lot of other people like an 11 out of 10. After seeing him, I just put him at a 5, maybe a 4, because he looks and sounds older.
But yeah, you know, I'd say 7.5, maybe even an 8. I'm feeling really fucking good lately. I got a tan. I'm up to like 80-second side planks. I hate them, but they're totally worth it for the core. And big feet. So you know what that means, baby doll. Big socks.
Baby doll? Are you kidding me? Dude, you can't call someone that until you're like minimum 6 months into the relationship. That is just crazy. And the big socks thing, I don't have words. I really don't. I almost just punched my monitor after hearing that.
What else? I feel like I didn't tell you enough about the bio too. That shrug emoji was just, if nothing else, the fact that like you look like a Disney princess and you use that, I'm like, fuck it, I gotta talk to her. So, I was definitely getting strong Kirsten Bell vibes too, and she's awesome. I don't know if you listen to her husband's podcast, Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. It's quite the reference, but I have a feeling you might know what that is. One of my favorite episodes, actually, is it Lauren Graham that plays Lorelai? She was on there. Anyway, I am all over the fucking place, as is my job. But I'm sitting here, a middle-aged guy in his car with the AC on and a SpongeBob shirt, and I would call this like the technological version of, you know, when like Noah stops Allie in The Notebook and he's like, I had to talk to you when I see something I want. Yes, I just made a Notebook reference. I don't know. I'm being a total idiot right now. So if nothing else, I figured you'd have a laugh and a smile and you can fucking make fun of me to your friends. I don't know. Now you have a solo podcast for a guy that makes like $6,000 a month on a microphone being an idiot.
You're absolutely correct here, my guy. Her and her friends have definitely made fun of you, as well as the rest of us. And I just love how he mentions that he makes 6 grand a month, thinking that might convince her to get with him, even though he says that's not what it's about. We all know it was indeed about that.
I'm sorry, I don't normally bring up money, but I feel like I created my job out of thin air, and like I just submitted my 2022 taxes, and shit's been getting so much better the last few years, so I'm quite proud of it. That wasn't me trying to impress you, though, with money. I've got way more impressive shit than that. It just slipped out. I hope we can still be friends. Anyway, yeah, I'm all over the place, but you look like a goddamn Disney princess. The bio completely floored me. I felt like it was written by a friend or something. I just got like strong, like fellow neurodivergent, super cool, gregarious, happy person vibes. And yeah, so listen, I'm an open book. You probably figured that out like 6 overshares ago. If you have any questions for me, please hit me. Don't be shy. If you want, I'll share my bio. I feel like it's unfair that, you know, I've seen yours and you haven't seen mine. I'm quite proud of my bio.
Now he's just acting like this is some sort of interview and that his bio is some sort of resume. Like, bro, this ain't McDonald's.
And yeah, for the 80th time, I apologize if this was weird or like gave you any bad vibes. That's not my intention. Yeah, I gotta drive home now because I gotta go sing at a bar in Mississauga, and I have 4 more gigs this weekend, and it hurts to talk. So I'm sitting here in my car like a jackass. And yeah, I hope that all made some kind of sense. And if nothing else, please take the sincere compliment. I've seen hundreds of shitty bios, probably thousands, and yours was easily top 3. The only reason I'm not giving you number 1 is because then it would seem like I'm lying. But I'm a very genuine, honest person, and yeah. Actually, on my way home, I'm going to go to the park and feed the ducks. My favorite swan couple, Mr. Plump and Mrs. Plumfett, they just had babies a couple weeks ago. So, like, I'll run up and they recognize me and the babies are squeaking. The hierarchy of, like, waterfowl cute babies, it goes swan babies, then ducklings, and then goslings. But, yes, I may or may not do that 4 to 7 times a week. I'm a huge animal lover. Dogs are better than cats. Cats suck. Sorry if you have cats, but I'm sure your cat is cool. And, yeah, take the compliment. Anyway, apologies if this totally, like, intruded on your day, opposite of my intention. And, yeah, your bio was fucking awesome. I mean, there's a couple other assets I noticed, too, but I cannot mention them without sounding like a fuckboy, so I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm sure you've worked very hard to be in the shape you're in, but goddamn, lady. God damn, I would not kick you out of bed for eating crackers. So I figured if you are half as funny as you seem to be and half as cool as I got from that bio, I would say howdy. Yeah, all right. Hope this made you laugh and smile, and you have a fantastical day, Kelsey. Cheers.
Dude, you're telling me you go to the park regularly to feed ducks? And you claim you have a lot of friends? Why are we lying in 2023, man? I don't understand this. He even named the ducks too? I can't, dude. This isn't even for me, but I'm here cringing like it is. And back to the ducks real quick. That's something like a mom and their like 3-year-old do. Not a grown-ass man by himself. So this is it for the messages, and I'm sure you are all asking yourself, what does this guy look like? Well, here he is. Just a regular guy. Nothing special. And you also might be wondering what her bio must have been in order for this guy to just fall in love with her over his phone. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So it says, about me, give me a completed profile and I'll give you more than, hey, likes iced coffee. What girl doesn't like that? Weightlifting, reading, bonfires, traveling, hiking, festivals, live music, cooking. Dislikes, extreme cold, joy killers, bigots, mosquitoes, slow walkers, dead animal photos. What? And properly loaded dishwashers. Okay. A normal ass bio. Literally nothing special at all. It's just a good normal bio. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his bio. And I just want to point out one of the most ironic things he has on here. Self-awareness is sexy. I can't make this up. So according to his bio, he is indeed not sexy. But what we heard says otherwise. So at the beginning of the video, I did mention that I saw this on Twitter, and I will link that whole thread down below because unfortunately, Kelsey is not the only victim here. there have been many others dating back to as early as 2015, from what I can tell. And what's crazy is that he uses a lot of the same lines on these other girls that he used on Kelsey. So my guy here just got a script in his notes or something and just changes the name according to the girl, I guess. But anyways, guys, this is going to be it for this video. I would love to hear what y'all think about this in the comments, and leave a like if you enjoyed it. Like I said, I will have this Twitter thread down below so you can go check it out. There are many other voice memos. There was one girl that was in there. She was posting Instagram stories but never opened up his DMs for a whole year, and he reacted to every single story she posted for a whole year. Like, there's crazy shit like that in the thread, so go check that out. And I'll have my Twitter down below as well, so you can check that out if you want. You can interact with me on there as well. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so. It would mean so much to me. And last but not least, if you haven't seen my last video, it's basically me just talking about the Pokimane and Kick situation. So I will also have that down below as well. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.